The most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Islam, as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, is our salvation. My teacher tells me, when you have an impulse or inclination and no system of organization, those impulses and inclinations start tearing themselves apart. You stop your active, operating plan and motion without a logical or comprehensive arrangement. Observe prayer. Take two persons praying. Person one enters prayer in a direct conversation expressing their day, wants, and needs without showing gratitude. While showing gratitude. Now person two opens by acknowledging God and his greatness, offering his submission and his life, and is grateful to be able to pray. When person two speaks of his wants and needs in prayer, he uses exact and paraphrasing scriptural references. Both persons are amazing for submitting to the act of prayer. However, it is easy to see how person two is more aware and in sync with Allah through prayer. Prayer is great. Praying in a specific manner is wonderful. Having faith, believing, and following God is great, but having faith, believing, and following God whilst being guided by teachers and getting trained and fashioned into shape is absolutely wonderful. Elijah. Elijah gives all his praise to Allah, God, just as we do. He's devoted all his time and energy to the mental, physical, and spiritual resurrection of his people. Have you ever tried to help someone be better for themselves? Do you know how absolutely difficult that is? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad has been doing this for an entire nation and succeeding whilst experiencing those same pains we know of and trying to help another. We have the inclination to want better for ourselves, but we don't always have the guidance and system. Elijah was given the entire system and guidance by the Supreme Being, Master Muhammad, making his suggestion for us the best. Qualified. There are three great qualifiers: God, time, and evidence. God is the hardest of three to measure because the mass confusion of his exactness. However, time and evidence can be measured to the T. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad started receiving teachings near 1930. We are near 2030. His practices are still not only around but being executed and enforced. So, time tells us he has 100 years of experience. Which is respected. For evidence, Elijah built an empire worth nearly $100 million as a black man in the 1930s. He has a people on schedule to celebrate the life of the one who gave him the teachings, called Savior's Day, every year. Young men, 22 years of age, are dedicating their time and mental space to writing about how amazing this man is rather than participating in what the world has to offer, and she has so much on the table. Therefore, Elijah is qualified by time and evidence. Dear Apostle, through measures of math, we have proved Elijah is qualified. What of his successor, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is 1 million men strong qualified. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan is bringing that which died, saving the dead back to life qualified. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is 90 years strong and still pushing on qualified. Islam, as taught by Elijah Muhammad, is and was our salvation. Elijah's teachings under the tutelage of Minister Farrakhan bring a new articulation that erases the chance of confusion. If there is still confusion, the minister has appointed countless personnel, study guides, books, and classes to continue clearing confusion in the air. Importantly, our continual striving and growing ministry, from student ministers to captains and everyone in the ranks, continuing posts day in and out, keep the nation alive under his leadership.